Hi, I'm Bart. I'm a clinical psychologist. I've been a clinical psychologist for about 8 years. I knew I wanted to be a psychologist pretty early on. I knew that I wanted to work with people, but I also was really interested in science and wanted something that would kind of unite the two. What do I find rewarding about being a psychologist? I actually think it's an absolute privilege because you get people walk in and they might have been a stranger not too long ago and they'll tell you some of their deepest challenges. And I think it's a really unique position to have where you get to hear about and learn about so many people so deeply. And I think it's definitely rewarding when you're working with someone for a while and start to see them make meaningful changes in their lives. I want people to fire me as quickly as possible. I don't want people to be dependent on therapy. I want people to learn the skills so that then they can then apply them in their own lives so that they don't need a psychologist anymore. And it's always going to be a useful strategy to talk to somebody, but really I like the idea of getting people where they need to go as quickly as possible. At the end of a first session, I really like people feeling like they've been heard and understood. I say to people, hey, if I get something not quite right, please let me know because that helps me as well. That helps me help you. And I also want people working away from the first session with a bit of a plan where they feel like they can make sense of what they're struggling with, but there's actually something that we can do together that's going to help. And I kind of joke to my clients, I'm like, well, what class in school did you learn how to manage your mental health? What class in school taught you how to be resilient? What class in school taught you about emotions? And it's typically nothing. So in our culture at the moment, it really seems like seeing a psychologist or through therapy, that's where people learn that stuff. So again, I'm a bit biased, but I honestly think most people can benefit from therapy at some point in life if they're willing to go through that process. So someone who comes to therapy for a sleep challenge, that might look pretty different from somebody who's feeling really self-conscious or embarrassed in social situations. And that's one of the things I love about the job is how do we best take what we might know, what we've learned, and how can we really personalize that to the person and their challenge.